So I am the Group Head of Cybersecurity and Data Protection at Vue International. So Vue International is a similar organisation that has a global footprint. And my main responsibilities are to develop and operate a information security function to make sure our cybersecurity controls are effective. And then from a data protection perspective, more of a second line function, providing oversight and assurances to the group that the data protection requirements in all the territories are being maintained to an appropriate standard. You could argue in some circumstances it may not be essential. So if you give an example of recent cybersecurity incidents that affected certain service providers, post event, you may not necessarily have an option to go with anyone else, for example. So whether it's postal services or whether it's national critical infrastructure, it's important to maintain that level of trust. But I think depending on the sector that you're within, it may not necessarily be essential. Certainly if you're in an environment like ours, where we're taking payments and it's a very competitive market, then digital trust is essential for us. Our sector is quite an interesting sector because we don't really, we sit in retail because we offer a product and service that you can buy online or buy in the store. We do hospitality. You come and sit with us and share an experience. And we're also in the media and entertainment business. So I think for us, it's about ensuring that the customer has a clear understanding in the digital sense about what they're buying, and the experience that they have, both from a customer experience or a user experience, but also from an integrity and security perspective. They've got confidence that they can pay for goods and services, and then when they go to the actual operator sites and the cinema sites themselves, they're welcomed, they have the experience that they was expecting. And I think just having that relationship between what you've bought as a product or a service and then the actual tangible experience you have in real life is just making sure that the two marry up to give the overall customer experience, and the trust as part of that, the best possible outcome. Yeah, so I think there's two ways to do this. There's one to be quite overt and advertise some standards and things that you maintain, whether that's a compliance certification or a particular standard that you can advertise to say, we've been assessed and we've been deemed to be sufficient in these control areas, and here is our certificate to show that and demonstrate that. Another way is just being consistent. So it's easier said than done, but if you're not involved in major cyber incidents that make the press, if you don't if you're not suffering from data breaches, so on and so forth, I think the consistency of just delivering a service, that service being available to the customers having a consistent experience when they do that, I think consistency is a really natural and organic way of developing that trust. But that takes time. So I think it depends on the organisation itself, whether it's a startup but it wants to peacock and show the world that it has those assurances through some kind of certification program, or whether it's just a trusted service that you have interacted with on a regular basis and it's never let you down.